Standard 3. How are you? I hope you are doing very fine at home. I'm also doing very well. As we are going to have our online lesson today, we are going to have our lesson is all about family. It's not a new topic to us. This is all about our real life that we have it every day. Now, but we have a new word here, the word our family. It's not a new word to you, but I'm not sure if you know exactly what does this word mean. A family is a group of people related to each other by close kin of blood. So when you hear the word family is just a group of people, there is a group of people there at your home. You are related to each other. But the relationship we are talking about it is kin of blood, close kin of blood. So those people that are related to you, in order to be your family member, you have to be related with them with kin blood. What do you mean? When you talk about blood, it means your relationship based much on blood, means you are coming from either the same father and the same mother. Now, that group of people there around you is what we call it a family. Now, families are originated from clan. Families are originated from clan. Where do we get families? Where are they coming from? So families are coming from clans, Later on, we are going to learn about clan. Then we shall see exactly why do we say family are originated from clan. But you have to know what is the word clan. So they say family is a group of people related to each other, close kin by close kin of blood. When we talk about clan, a clan is a group of families related to each other under common ancestors. Is a group of families related to each other under common ancestors. So when you have family, it's just a group of people. Clan, these are a group of families. So we shall collect very many families, but those families, they are supposed to be kin blood. Those families are talking about them. So when you have them now, that's where we are going to see also families are also there. But today we're not learning about clan, we are learning about family. Now, father is the head of the family. Father is the head of the family. I think you have your father there at home. There is no any family without a father. So either maybe some of you, your father are not there, but father has to be there in their family. So father is always the head of that particular family. But remember both father and mother are breadwinners of the family. Father and mother are the breadwinners of the family. What do you mean? It means now father and mother, they are the people in the family that they have to work very hard to make sure the family get everything there. That's why we're saying these are the breadwinners, Here we are going to look at members in the family. Who are those people, the group of people that are found in your family? Number one, we have grandmother. Who is the grandmother? Grandmother is the mother of your father or your mother. And here we have grandfather. Grandfather is the father of your mother or your father. We call him grandfather. We have uncle. Uncle is a brother of either your mother or your father. A brother of your mother or your father, we call him uncle. Again, another member, we have aunt. Aunt is either the sister to your father or the sister to your mother. But again, we have cousin. Cousin is a child of either your uncle or your auntie. A child of your uncle or your aunt. So I think you have your uncle, you have your aunts. So those aunts and the uncle that you have them, if they have children, those children, we are going to call them cousin. But when talk about cousin, we have cousin brother or cousin sister. So it depends. Are they male or are they females? But in general, we call them cousins. We have nephew. Nephew is the son of your brother or your sister. A son of either your brother or your sister. You have your brother and you have your sister. If they are likely or they have already children, Now, if they have any son at their family, you will call them nephew. Here we have niece. Niece. Niece is the daughter of your sister or your brother. Niece is the daughter of either your brother or your sister. Like as I talk about nephew, but again here we have niece. So niece is the daughter, and we talk about nephew is the son. We have again sister-in-law. A sister-in-law is the wife of your brother. A wife of your brother. If you have your brother and your brother get married, you'll call that wife a sister-in-law. A sister-in-law. And here we have brother-in-law. Brother-in-law is the husband to your sister. If you have your sister there and your sister get married, that husband to your sister, we call him a brother-in-law. So here in other members in the family, we have very many people there in the family. You have to know exactly how you call them. But now we are going to have an example whereby we shall have a family tree, and from there we are going to see how we are going to call those members in that particular family. We are going to look at it. So let us look at example of the family of Mr. and Mrs. John. Mr. John's family. Here we have Mr. John and here we have Mrs. John. So as I told you here, Mr. John is the head of the family, and Mr. John and Mrs. John are married, and they got 4 children. Isaac as the firstborn, Leah secondborn, Amos thirdborn, and Jane lastborn. So these are the children of Mr. and Mrs. John. But later on, Isaac grown up. Isaac got married to Clara. Isaac got married to Clara. And again here we are seeing also Leah also got married to Peter. Leah got married to Peter. So what are we getting? What are you understanding right now? There are new members who have just joined this family, which is Clara and Peter. Now, let us see how we are going to call Clara and Peter, how Isaac, Leah, how Isaac, Leah, Amos, and Jane, how they'll be calling one another to these 2 new members, Clara and Peter. Now, Clara is a wife to Isaac. Clara is a wife to Isaac. Leah will call Clara sister-in-law. Leah will call Clara sister-in-law because she is the wife to her brother. Amos will also call Clara. Amos will call Clara sister-in-law. Sister-in-law. And Clara will call Amos brother-in-law. Brother-in-law. What about Jane? Jane will also call Clara sister-in-law, and Clara will call Jane sister-in-law because Clara is a wife to her brother Isaac. But again here we have Peter. We have Peter here, whereby Peter is married to Leah. Peter is married to Leah. Now, Isaac will call Peter brother-in-law, and also Amos will call Peter brother-in-law, and Peter will be calling Amos and Isaac brother-in-law because Peter got married to their sister Leah. That is Isaac and Amos. And also Jane will call Peter also brother-in-law. Jane will call Peter brother-in-law, and also Peter will be calling Jane sister-in-law because Peter is married to Leah, and Leah is Jane's sister. So here we have seen brother-in-law and sister-in-law, the new member who have just joined Mr. and Mrs. John's family. But again, later on, Isaac and Clara, they have got two children, that is Dan and Maggie. And Leah and Peter, they also have two children, Ivan and Tom. Ivan and Tom. So here let us try to see now the new words which are coming, the new members who have just joined the family now. That is Dan, Maggie, Ivan and Tom. Now, number one, we are going to look at ants. Who are the ants here? Who are the ants here? These are the children. So here we're going to see Leah and Jen. Leah and Jen are the ants to Dan, Maggie, Ivan and Tom. Why? Because Leah calls Dan and Maggie ants because these children, they are the children of our brother Isaac. And here again, we are going to see about uncle. Let us look at uncle. As I told you, uncle is the brother to either your mother or your sister. Now, who are the brother here? Who are the brother here? We have Amos and Isaac. Amos and Isaac. So, here we are going to see Ivan, then we have Tom. So, Ivan and Tom will be calling Amos uncle. We'll be calling Amos uncle. And Ivan and Tom. Ivan and Tom will also be calling Isaac uncle because Isaac is a brother to their mother. And here, Ivan and Tom also, they'll be calling Amos uncle because Amos is the brother to their mother, which is Leah. What about Jen? I told you Jen is the auntie because Jen is the sister to these two, Leah, and Leah's children are Ivan and Tom. And here again, Isaac is a brother to Leah, and Isaac's children is Dan and Maggie. So Dan and Maggie will be calling Jen aunt. Ivan and Tom will also be calling Jenny aunt. Uncle is the brother to your mother or your father. So here, let us look at other new members. Here, as I told you, we have cousin. Cousin. Who is the cousin? Cousin, these are the children to your uncle or your auntie. Children to your uncle or your auntie. So here we have, these are the children of Mr. Isaac and Clara. And here we have Leah and Peter's children, Ivan and Tom. So let us see who are the cousins here to one another. Then we have Amos and Jen, the children to either your uncle or your aunt. Now, as I told you, Ivan and Tom. This one is their uncle, this one is their uncle, and this one is their aunt. So these one are the children to their uncle, Dan and Maggie. So Ivan and Tom will be calling Dan and Maggie cousin. But remember I told you we have cousin brother and cousin sister. So Dan is a cousin brother and Maggie is a cousin sister. Also we have here Dan and Maggie. Danny and Maggie will be calling Ivan and Tom also cousin. So I said cousin, these are the children to your uncle or your aunt, we call them cousin. We have another person here, niece. Niece. I told you niece is a daughter to your either your sister or your brother. So here we have Amos and Jen, Leah and Isaac. So here Isaac, who are the family members of Isaac? We have Leah, Amos and Jen. So we are looking for the niece, daughter, 2. The children of Isaac, we have Dan and Maggie. So who is the daughter there among the 2? Dan and Maggie. The daughter is Maggie. So Maggie is the niece to Leah, Amos, and Jen. And I told you about our nephew. Nephew is the son. To either the son of your brothers or your sisters. So here, these are the children. We have Isaac as children, Leah as children, then we have Amos and Jen. We are looking for nephew. Nephew, I said nephew is the son of either your brother or your sister. So here we have sons. Here we start with Dan. Dan is the nephew to Leah, Amos, and Jen. We are looking for nephew. Here I have Ivan and Tom. So Ivan and Tom are the nephew to Jen, Amos, and Isaac. So here we have seen very well how we have aunts, how we are going to have uncle, how we have cousins, how we have niece and the nephew. So I think all these people, they are also found there at your family. If you don't know them, ask your mother, ask your father, who are your aunts, who are your uncles, make sure you see them. Who are your cousin? Go and ask your uncle and your aunt to show you your cousin brothers and sisters. What about niece and the nephew? Make sure you ask your brothers and sisters if they have children. Make sure you see them. So those are either your niece or your nephew. So here is the end of our lesson. We are going to have some few questions about our family. Try to do the assignment. Make sure you take care of yourself about the COVID-19. Next lesson again, we are going to learn much about our family, and make sure you revise your work very well. See you again next time. Wish you all the best while doing my assignment. See you again.
sauti ya